Hello and welcome, I'm SimUK, and it is my goal to provide to you the most honest, fact-based critical reviews on YouTube. If you find this review helpful, then please hit that like button, subscribe, and help to support the channel by donating via the links below. Thank you so much, and enjoy the review. Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome. I'm SimUK, and this is my unboxing of the Thrustmaster TCA Officer Pack. That's the Airbus edition. Now this is a device that definitely got me excited and a lot of you excited. If you want to see the technical details about these products, then please go watch my other video here. You can pretty much learn everything you need to know about the internals of this system right there. But today this is going to be an unboxing of this device. It's the Officer Pack, so that's the side stick and the throttle, the main throttle section, the main throttle quadrant itself. And I'll be talking a little bit about my first thoughts as it comes out of the box. Now you can see just off to the left there, I have a honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. I've got an unboxing on that, review coming on that soon as well. This one I have purchased myself. It was £150 from Amazon, and it arrived yesterday, the day after the Bravo throttle quadrant. So I'll be doing a comparison on the two. If you're interested in watching that, please keep an eye on the channel, and I will be comparing them. Although it is a little bit, or it is going to be a little bit like comparing apples and oranges. These are two very different systems. This one is seriously directed at being for Airbus aircraft flight specifically. Let's open her up and see what we've got inside. So I've got to say, right from the offset, we've got this cardboard molded internal protection system. It really lacks that premium feel that you get when you're unboxing the honeycomb. That's the first thing I noticed. It's also incredibly light, much lighter than I expected. And you've got these two sort of printed paper instruction pamphlets with it as well. Again, in contrast to the honeycomb, that's not really very impressive. So that's the side stick. I'm not really going to talk about that too much today. That's the throttle quadrant. That's the main thing. This is kind of cool. A little sort of trinket from Thrustmaster there. It says remove before flight. I quite like that. I might put that on my keys, stop me losing them. And then we've got all the little gubbins and the side bits and the extra buttons and such here. You can see one of the adjustable buttons. It's an ambidextrous side stick, so it can be set up for left hand, right hand, and a combination of different style of joystick setups as well. If you want to see a full review on that, please go watch my full review on that. It'll definitely tell you more than you'll learn in this video. So let's get rid of these cardboard molds and let's take a look at the throttle quadrant itself. You see it's in a plastic bag, which is standard procedure. It's very light indeed. I question how well it would work on a desk on its own because it's so light. And the default action on it is incredibly light as well, but there's zero resistance at all. There's a few twiddles and dials, which I don't know what they do yet. I'll be doing a full review on this soon, and I'll have tested all this out. The reverse thrusters are very good. The detents on it are a bit light, in my opinion, but noticeable. But the reverser detent is brilliant. It locks at idle, and then you reverse it back like that. And you can see it's lifting off the desk as I do it. The switches here, the engine switches, actually a little disappointing. They're very plasticky. But the mode switch dial is very good, and the buttons at the bottom feel absolutely fine as well. Now on the bottom you can see that there's you probably can't see it very well on the camera, but there are 4 screw holes, and I believe that's how you adjust the detent in the system itself, and there's a couple of detent panels included with this. And if you look inside the device, you can actually see the internal workings of it, and I've got to say, it is quite plasticky looking. That's not to say that it's going to break or it's not robust in any way. That's something I can only tell over time. But it's kind of cool that you can see inside and you can see all the mechanics that are working. The one thing that's nice, and I'm glad that Honeycomb and Thrustmaster and other places are starting to do this more often, completely separate cables. Now, I didn't necessarily cover this enough when I reviewed the Honeycomb yoke. To have a completely separate cable connecting to these devices is a brilliant thing, because anything can happen to a cable and it completely registers, it completely makes your device redundant. You need to replace it, which is no good at all. So it's nice that you can just replace the cable for a couple of quid instead of the whole thing. And I wish everybody did that. It certainly, it makes so much sense. It's very frustrating when people don't do that. So we will take a little look at the side stick here. Now, like I say, I've got a full review on this device. So definitely go check that out if you want to know what this device is really like, all the pros and the cons. If you know SimUK at all, you know that I'm completely honest and I try and find as many issues as I can, but also as many positives as I can, so you get a completely clear picture of what to expect. So there's an Allen key in here and a few bits and bobs, like I say, the D10 adjuster, and the paperwork here basically explains how you adjust the D10 on the bottom. Now, I don't think it's particularly complex, the system. I haven't tried it yet, but looking at this instruction manual, I'm now more confused than I was before I looked at it. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward, but yeah, this is the paperwork that comes with the device, and I'm not impressed, let's say that. You're not going to be able to see it particularly well on the camera, so I apologise for that, but like I say, full review incoming. I'll cover all this stuff in greater detail then. And there's another one here for the side stick, and I think what you'll find, there's probably even a link on the paperwork somewhere. There are PDF online manuals that you can download that have greater content, greater detail with better images and so on and so forth. So these are the ambidextrous interchangeable buttons. Again, I've shown you this on my previous review. You can see there's two of them, one for each side, and you can put those on the side stick in any combination that you feel comfortable with, giving you a left, a right-handed joystick, or even a combination of joysticks for, I don't know, space simulation or whatever you like. Now, I've got to say, this immediately does not feel like my other side stick. It feels a bit grindy. There's some grindy noises, and unfortunately the microphone on my camera was turned off, but on the throttle at the back here, it sounds like there's a bit of plastic in there or something, like a bit of plastic bag. And when I'm moving it forwards and backwards, you can kind of hear it scratching against it. It's a very strange sound, which is totally not present in my other device. So, yeah, I'm very interested to test this out and see if perhaps maybe there's a design flaw, or perhaps I've got a bit of a funky device here. But straight off the bat, it's not feeling quite as premium as the other one that I've reviewed is. The Throttle Quadrant itself also comes with these stickers, engine 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, you can stick those on yourself, unlike the honeycomb where it's already pre-printed on the device itself. So again, that premium feel is kind of missing, I've got to say. These buttons here, these are really plasticky. I can see these potentially breaking in time. They look metal, but they're really not. Yeah, I'm not so impressed with those. The mode selector here, that's much better. That feels very good and robust. I very much doubt that's going to have any issues whatsoever. The buttons at the bottom, they're absolutely fine. They feel perfectly decent, and I'm not concerned about those at all. The whole thing, it's a lot smaller than I imagined it would be, and obviously there are additional parts that are going to be released that expand the functionality of this. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to compare it to the honeycomb. And now obviously remember, this is a bespoke device, so it's going to be a little bit like apples and oranges, as I've said. But that's it, guys. Hopefully that's a nice unboxing for you, giving you a little bit of an idea about what these devices provide on immediate unboxing. And I will be testing them out in the next couple of weeks and giving you a thorough review. Thanks for watching. Take care. Till next time. Goodbye.